Here's my review of The Penguin Episode 2. I really like this episode, although I still prefer Episode 1. But I still like this episode. And with this episode, I think what's cool about it is we're seeing just more of the world of Gotham and see more of the crime families. With specifically this episode, we're more diving into the Falcone crime family and seeing how they're trying to basically like also take control of like the crime underworld. And it was very interesting. I can't just say Sophia Falcone is just such an interesting character. Like, we know she was in Arkham. We see her in Arkham in this episode. And it's just, I just want to know more about her. And that's one thing I just love about the show is we're just learning about all these characters that I just really liked it. And I love how we go back, like, to see Oz's mom. And it's just so interesting because I think it just adds so much depth to his character. And it just makes him feel more real. And it's just like another one of those things where like, I want to just learn about this character. And we do. And it's great. I really like this episode. And I think it also just shows, like, one thing that this show I think is really great at is just the relationship between Victor and Oz. I think is just really, really cool. I love seeing their dynamic. Like, you can tell every time that Victor is just so terrified of Oz. Like, he feels like he's about to get murdered at any moment. And it's just a very intense show because we're seeing these crime underworlds. And it just, to see you so fascinated in this world and this corrupted city of Gotham, and just seeing it through the eyes of someone like Victor is just great. Even though our main character, we're still seeing everything like from Oz's point of view, but like I feel like occasionally we're seeing it from Victor's point of view and just seeing the corruption and just seeing how terrifying everything is. I just really loved it. Another thing we're also seeing is just like the connivingness of Penguin. For example, like there's a scene where he's like planting jewels and like he's stolen to somebody else, and like it's just very intense, and like to blame everything on this other guy, and it's just got that intense moment where you're like, oh no, he's about to get caught, and then he does something so smart, just keeps you on the edge of your seat. And I just think that also just like the action sequences, like in the truck, were just fantastic. It was just, and all is wrapped around in this beautiful, I think, whatever this color tone, this color palette is, it just looks beautiful. It makes everything just stand out, and I really liked it. So yeah, like I said, I didn't like it as much as the first episode, but it was still very, very good. Who knows, maybe on a rewatch, like, I'll like it even more. But for now, I just didn't like it as much, but I still thought it was very, very good, and I want to see more.